Welcome to the EBPL podcast, brought to you by the East Brunswick Public Library. My name is Melissa Hozik, the adult programming librarian here at EBPL, and I will be your host for today's episode. We are known as our community's living room, and today we are helping spotlight one of our East Brunswick organizations. Today I am joined by Litl Haramaty, the Vice Chair of the East Brunswick Environmental Commission, and the Secretary of the Friends of the East Brunswick Environmental Commission. Welcome, Litl.
Glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Can you tell us about how the Friends of the East Brunswick Environmental Commission began?
The Friends of the East Brunswick Environmental Commission is a non-profit organization which we call an arm of the Environmental Commission. The idea to start a non-profit was suggested in 2005 for two reasons. The most important one was to get more people involved in environmental projects in town. The Environmental Commission is only 9 members, and of course for all our projects and events we always need more people. The Friends as a non-profit organization can actually raise funds to help support our projects.
What types of events does the group host throughout the community?
One thing we do is we started and we manage the East Brunswick Community Garden. The garden first opened in 2009 with 80 plots and doubled in size that same year. It allows residents to grow their own food and whatever they want, and really it's a garden, but it's also a community, and there's a lot of old and new friendships that formed in the garden. Won several awards over the years and was part of a Rutgers study on community gardens. We have a sister garden in Brunswick East in Melbourne, Australia, that we're very happy to have friends on the other side of the globe. Another project that's ongoing is our free cycling event. Free cycling is an environmentally responsible treasure hunt. We have free cycling events twice a year, one in the fall and one in the spring, where anyone can bring items that they don't need anymore and pick up anything they want. Free cycling takes place usually at the parking lot of the East Brunswick Community Arts Center. The last two we weren't able to do in person, so they were town-wide, curbside events. Everybody set up in their own driveway or yard, more like a garage sale. We hope this fall, the next one is planned for September 25th. We hope to be able to do it in person. We rely on help of volunteers. We always have East Brunswick High School and Rutgers students helping, and also members of the community. So stay tuned, and hopefully we'll see you in the next free cycling event. Other things we do, one is our salamander protection project. We have one remaining population of spotted salamanders in East Brunswick, and they live most of the year right behind the baseball fields. But in the spring, they migrate to the vernal pools, which is where they breed. It's been almost 20 years that every rainy night in the early spring, the East Brunswick and South Brunswick police blocks the road on both sides, and that allows the amphibians to cross safely, and it allows people to come and see them. This project started when Dave Moskowitz, who's the chairperson of the Environmental Commission, found some salamanders that unfortunately had an accident with a car, and the salamanders always lose. We know that closing the road really helps because we're seeing more and more young salamanders, and we see some frog species that haven't been seen in the area for many years. I call it the biggest party in town. You go out there, it's rainy, it's cold, and it's wonderful. Another thing we do, also looking at wildlife, moth nights take place in different town parks at night. We invite people to come out at night and discover nighttime nature. When we say we're looking at moths, people usually smile because they don't want to laugh at us. But if you ask anyone who's been to a moth night, they'll tell you that many moths are more beautiful than most butterflies. They're very important to the ecosystem.
EBTV actually covered this year's Moth Night. Let's take a listen.
About 12 or 13 years ago, Dr. Dave Moskowitz, who's the chairperson of the Environmental Commission, thought that it would be really fun for township residents to come and see things that we don't usually see because they fly out at night, and using real entomological equipment and gear and what we call light traps, which are special lights that attract them. And we started setting up in different township parks, here, Butterfly Park, other parks, and invite people to come and see what's flying at night. And it was a great success. and a lot of people came and came back and came again and had a lot of fun. And Dave and I just talked and we said, this is so much fun for everybody. We want to bring it out to even more people. Let's do something in all of New Jersey, one moth night in all of New Jersey. And then we said, why keep it just in New Jersey? Let's do something all over the country. And from that idea, we now have a whole week, which is always the last full week of July. There are over 2,000 events that are registered in 70 countries. So we're really all over the world.
I've been doing moth nights since I was around 8 years old, so it's a very time-honored tradition for me. And what we do here is we put up some white sheets along with some UV lights. It attracts moths and other bugs, and we get to have the chance to look at them all and study them. It's actually been quite a while since I've been here. The past couple of times in EB we've been rained out. Last year, obviously, there was COVID. And really, but just in general, I'd say just the sheer amount of bugs here. I've always loved bugs since I was a little kid. And there's just so many, it's impossible to resist. I could even say I'm like a moth drawn to the light. If you haven't been, I cannot recommend it enough. It is a wonderful experience that you should at least try once, and then I'm sure you'll get hooked.
Together with the East Brunswick Public Library, we have a series of lectures that we call Option Green, and they're always very interesting. They are all environmental topics. They range from very local, like the salamanders, to global issues like climate change. Option Green, the series, won Environmental Achievement Award from the Association of New Jersey Environmental Commission, which we're very proud. Other projects in the past that, if there's interest, we may run them again, such as Beautiful East Brunswick Photo Contest. We had worm composting workshops, and we actually donated some composters to town schools. We ran birding days twice a year, going out to different sites in town and counting bird species, and a few other things.
Are there any national initiatives about sustainability and the environment that the Friends is a part of?
We have a global project. Our local moth nights in East Brunswick grew to be a global citizen science project. We just celebrated the 10th year. We have participants from over 90 countries. Thousands of people participated this year. We're asking people to either just find an outdoor light where they can observe and take pictures, or join a public event organized usually by museums or parks and document what's flying. This really adds to our knowledge of the natural world. As I always say, we're in a race right now to document what's there because it's already changing. So that's one project that started right here in East Brunswick, and it's all over the world now.
If someone is inspired and cares about the environment and sustainability, how do they become a member?
Just go to our website, friendsebc.com, and sign up. And membership is always free. You're more than welcome to join our Facebook group. It's called the Group for the Friends of the East Brunswick Environmental Commission. We're also on Twitter, and you can find us, Friends EBC, and you can always email us through the website.
Litl, thank you so much for helping us spotlight the Friends of the East Brunswick Environmental Commission.
Thank you, Melissa, for having me, and I hope to see many more people taking part of our projects and events.
Thank you for joining us for today's episode. You can enjoy our previous episodes by subscribing now using your favorite podcasting app. To learn more about the East Brunswick Public Library, visit our website at www.ebpl.org.